All right, good evening once again, everybody. I don't know how many of you remember, over a period of time, after every game, we came out here and we had an interview with a player. Tonight, two players. Our first-year team, Geoff Petrie and Jim Barnett. Now, the crowd, Jeff, was rather into this game, weren't they?
They were. I thought, is this working?
You got me.
Okay, I don't know, but
Yeah, it's open. Go ahead.
okay. Yeah, I thought the crowd was into it. I thought the Blazers played hard. They came out, and I think Terry's experimenting with a lot of new players. And Denver's obviously going to be a very fine team too, but it was an entertaining game to watch.
Jimmy, we had a lot of games in here. The crowd noise is different than bigger arenas, right?
It's difficult to hear exactly what you're saying. Is he commenting about the game?
The difference of the old building and some of the new ones.
Oh, the difference in the old building and the new buildings? Well, of course, I do represent the Golden State Warriors because they just got a new building called the Chase Center. No, it is incredible the way this game has grown. It's grown in so many ways with the players. The facilities have vastly improved. It's a very, very different game than it was. These players are so athletic. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to say something about Blazer fans. There are none better in the league. I've seen them all. The fans here, they talk about the Warriors, and they've got great fans down there, don't get me wrong. But this group up here is very, very special. We met so many fans who've had season tickets for 4 and 5 decades, and they're loyal. And I have to say, and Jeff would say this too, we're too close, for favorite players or favorite teams, but I played here 1 year, but I've always had a soft spot in my heart. I've gone to Oregon, and I root for the Blazers. And I have to say, one of my favorite all-time players is Damian Lillard. I just love the way he plays.
Jeff, your favorite memory, and there were quite a few, of playing in this building for you?
Well, probably my favorite memory was getting in here and having a chance to play with guys like Jim and start to help build a fan base. I think our wins that first year against Milwaukee and the Knicks, and I think we beat Atlanta here, who had a very fine team, and Maravich, and actually I think the draft that I was in was probably one of the better ones for a lot of years. But and then just the opportunity to start to build a fan base, which has now got 50 years of longevity.
Boy, and how?
And I agree with Jimmy. Now I spent my whole career with 2 franchises basically, but this is where your heart is. This is where it all started for me with you and Harry and all that. And I think there's a lot to be proud of, and the fans here have been loyal and proud and supportive, and you're never going to find better ones.
Nice to see Coach Rollins Todd. I haven't seen him in a long time. A lovely man, and he started it all with us.
I'll tell you, Sean, that offense that Rollins Todd brought really helped my career. That was my 5th year in the league. Now, the man sitting here, Geoff Petrie, could have played in any offense. But Rollins Todd had an offense where you move the ball, you move without the ball, you got openings, you were able to go one-on-one. They didn't have time to double team. It was really, really terrific. The best offense I ever played for. But I want to say something about Geoff Petrie, because you last in this league, and I played 11 years, and I played against 34 Hall of Famers. I played with, that means teammates of mine, there were 10 Hall of Famers. And I was a good player, but I wasn't a great player. Geoff Petrie was a great player.
Yep.
But he also, there's another category. There's another category of elite players. And I don't think people know it, but Geoff Petrie was an elite player. And he could do things. For all those years, he averaged over 25 points a game. That is doggone hard to do. And he could also play the other end of the floor. And I can't say enough about him. And it was great to be a teammate of his. As a rookie, I look back at the first few games, he's getting 20 and 22 and 24.
Yeah.
And he ended up averaging 24.8 points a game as a rookie. He came right in, and he was ready to play in the NBA.
Now, we've had a good time together. It's been nice, everybody. Did you have a nice 2 or 3 days here?
I'm sorry, son, I didn't hear that. What was it?
I don't remember what I said.
We've had a great time.
Oh, yeah. No, we've had a great time for 2 or 3 days, and I do remember all that. But no, it's been a real trip of nostalgia and old friends and old teammates and Rollin, and just catching up on a lot of years and a lot of great memories. And I think we all feel really fortunate and grateful to have had the opportunity that we've had as players, and then staying in the league in various capacities. And of course, you're a legend, and just helped create the whole ambiance and atmosphere of what it was to be a Blazer. And so it's been a great ride for everybody, and we're all still glad to be here.
That's right. All right, our time is up. We've had a great time. Mr. Petrie, thank you, buddy. You were my broadcast partner, among many other things that you've done. Jimmy Barnett has been one of my favorite players forever. And if you didn't hear this before, it was because, we could go on and on for this one, because Whip City came out because of his shot back in 1970 against Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, Gail Goodrich, and the mighty Los Angeles Lakers. I thank you very much.
Well, it's reciprocal, and I thank the city of Portland, the Blazer organization. They treated us so well here, and we're very appreciative. I'm very, very thankful and grateful, and thank you all for coming out.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. In this building, it was terrific tonight. I know the Blazers didn't win. It's preseason. Got a long way to go, but it was entertaining, and I think we all had a good time, didn't we? All right, so wherever you may be, good night, everybody.